What is the purpose of mortgage underwriting? Mortgage underwriting is a process that lenders use to determine whether they should lend to borrowers. The lender will look at your credit history, income, and assets in order to determine if you are likely to repay the loan. If they decide that everything checks out, then they'll approve your application for a mortgage. When you receive a mortgage loan approval, it will be with certain limitations or requirements that must be met by you and/or your lender. These limitations are assessed by the underwriting team and could include factors such as your credit score, work history, assets, etc. When you receive conditional approval for your mortgage loan, it means that the underwriting team is satisfied with all of your paperwork and documentation that you have provided. They just need more information on certain aspects of you or your loan. For instance, if they need further clarification on your credit history, you will provide them the requested documentation to satisfy this requirement. This conditional approval, though, is not the final approval of your loan. It just means that everything has been reviewed and examined by the underwriting team to be approved or denied for this mortgage. The next question is, when do I receive my conditional approval for my mortgage loan? This is one question that many borrowers ask themselves as they start their home buying process. The answer depends on several factors, including how quickly we can get all your documentation together and whether any additional information needs to be gathered before we issue an official approval letter. Once everything has been submitted and reviewed, it typically takes between 3 to 5 business days for us to issue a conditional approval letter. If additional information is required after submission, then this timeline may change accordingly, but rest assured knowing that our entire team works hard behind the scenes until everything has been completed successfully. What if the underwriting team, though, requests additional information? Mortgage underwriting is a critical step in the home buying process. Your mortgage underwriter will request additional information if they need it to approve your loan. This can include documents such as pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements, and tax returns. But don't be alarmed. If your mortgage underwriter requests additional information, it's just part of the process. Be sure to provide all the required documents as soon as possible so that your application can be processed quickly. And remember, if you have any questions during the mortgage underwriting process, don't hesitate to reach out to your lender for any additional help. Now, you may be asking, what are the requirements that must be met in order to obtain a final loan approval? In order to obtain a final mortgage approval, there are a number of requirements that must be met. These include meeting the underwriting requirements listed on your initial approval by submitting all the required documentation and having a satisfactory property appraisal, as well as the title search comes back clean without any issues. Lastly, we also want to see no changes to your employment or income or any additional debts taken out. Whether you're just beginning your journey or you're midway through, here at Jones Mortgage Group, we take the time to understand your needs and goals so that we can provide sound advice throughout the process of getting approved. Our team will work with you every step of the way to ensure that everything goes smoothly from application through closing. And reach out if you have any questions or concerns about what might be required during underwriting. Our experts would love an opportunity to make your experience as easy as possible.